Yeah, speaking of fighters that you love, this next fight, this is a guy that I love, and Sean Strickland,
Oh,
and
my
this is a great fight.
goodness. I am with you, Al. I was just talking about the parlay of the week, right, Cashin? Well, not only did I get the parlay, baby, I got the Hail Mary parlay cashed. You want to know who was on the end of that one? Sean Strickland. This dude goes out here. Unanimous decision went over Krzysztof Jotko. Krzysztof Jotko's a good fighter, okay? This dude's very solid. This guy trained out of American Top Team. He's fighting. He's in there training with the best guys in the world, okay? Sean Strickland, a guy that pretty heavy on the front leg. Why people aren't leg kicking? I'm not sure. Probably because he's firing an absolute piston down the middle when you do, smacking you in the face. Very upright, not very good head movement. But Sean Strickland just marches forward like the Terminator and just boxes your face up. And that's just how this fight went. Sean Strickland continuously comes forward. Jotko always moving backwards. Jotko had moments. Jotko landed some good hard shots, but let's keep it real, man. This was all one-way traffic. Clear-cut win for Sean Strickland. Krzysztof Jotko, not on his level. Sean Strickland, I love the dude, right? I mean, I was almost saying to myself, is this guy, the number we got Sean Strickland at, I think he probably went off a minus 225 to minus 250 range. I'm like, are we getting a little too ahead of ourselves here? Not at all. That dude, there was value in Sean Strickland minus 225 when we look at, in retrospect, how this matchup played out, in my opinion. I don't think it was close. Sean Strickland just outpoints, outlands, outdamages, just everything. He won in every aspect of the fight over Jotko. Very high on this kid right now. Man, this dude needs a big step up. I think he's number 15 in the division right now. Let's get him number 10, number 11, whoever that may be. The dude needs to step up. Sean Strickland looks phenomenal right now. A guy that I had to figure out a way to have a little bit of skin in the game with Strickland. I throw him in the Hail Mary, baby. We cash it. Al, tell me what you did on this one.
This is another one. I guess I didn't do very good on the main card here, but this is another one that I lost, but I enjoyed it because I had Strickland to win inside the distance, and Jotko is another he's a decision machine, and I thought this is going to be one of those ones where it's going to look like it's going to be going forward. Strickland's very tough. He's got a very good poker face. But it just seemed like a matter of time. Strickland's shots were going to wear down on Jotko. The second round was pretty even, but it was just the same pattern over and over again in those 3 rounds where, Strickland's opponent comes out off the hop, and then as the round goes on, Strickland just wears on you. He's so tough. He's like a American zombie. Like, he's just so imposing. He's got an iron chin, right? And I was hoping for the stoppage, but the thing about him, he's content to just go out there and pick his opponent apart. He doesn't have any he doesn't waste energy, right? He's so efficient. He doesn't wind up his shots. He doesn't get over emotional. Even when his opponent is a little bit dazed, he's very conservative. He doesn't come in with looping shots. He doesn't rush in with his head down. He's very precise. And again, another really smooth performance by Strickland here. I wish he got the finish, but it is what it is. But this is one where I went against the numbers here, where my handicapping, crunching the numbers based on the previous betting results, it gave me Krzysztof by decision. And I knew right away there was no way that I was going to bet that because it was Sean Strickland all day. It was one of those ones where it was my gut. My gut had to come in and tell me, But the thing was, I just thought Jotko's one of those fighters where he's had a lot of fights, but it's been stretched over a long period of time.
Right.
And similar to Strickland. But Strickland had a devastating motorcycle accident that frankly almost killed him, almost ended his career. And since he's come back, he's been undefeated. He's 3-0 since he came back. But my point was here that I just thought Jotko wasn't going to be the same guy that we thought he was. That the numbers reflect him to be, and I just thought that Strickland was going to get that finish. But I guess I underestimated him a little bit. But, dude, Sean Strickland is a serious problem. You know what the fight is? The fight to make, and this might be too big of a step up, but how good would Sean Strickland versus Kevin Holland be?
I like it. You know, I thought about that earlier tonight when they showed after the broadcast the top 15. That's what immediately jumped out at me. And I mean, the thing is, it's like it's a pretty good fight, right? Because here's the thing: the path to victory to beat Kevin Holland is the takedown. Why do I think Sean Strickland goes out there and just marches forward and tries to box with this guy? Because that's what he does, right? So honestly, it's a good test to get Kevin Holland a quality win if he wins. And it's also a very good test for Sean Strickland to see if this guy's boxing really is on that level. So, Al, I'm totally with you, dude. That's a really good matchup. I like it a lot.
Yeah, and it's interesting. Sean Strickland, you know, he's got a loss to Kamaru Usman.
Right.
Like this guy, like he's legit, right?
And that's down a weight class, you know.
Yeah, he figured out, you know, after his accident, you know, I can't keep cutting down. And it's this type of thing where, you know, you're recovering from from a traumatic event or, you know, even just an injury. You're going to try to come in at that weight class higher and then work to come down. But Strickland's the type of guy who, you know, he was like a middling, you know, trying to crack the top 15 when he was in welterweight. Not anymore, man. In middleweight, this guy's, in my opinion, this guy's close to being like he's legit. I would love to see him either get Holland or the winner of that Jack Hermanson fight that's coming up. That might be too big of a step up, but I don't know, man. I with a 10-3 record in the UFC, I think this guy is legit, and I would like to see him get a big step up. And what's going to happen, I just thought about this as I was ranting, is he's going to step in. He's going to be one of those guys to step in. I know that he does camp in Vegas. He's probably going to, you know, we got a stretch of fights that are happening in the U.S. He's going to probably continue his training camp. You know, he didn't really take that much damage tonight.
Sure.
So I wouldn't be surprised to see him come in on a short notice fight, and I'll be all over him when he does.
Yeah, I'm totally with you, dude. That sounds crazy accurate. Here's one thing that I'm not sure a lot of people are aware. You want to know who this guy's current main training partner is? A guy named Marvin Vettori, okay? I'm going to tell you right now, when this guy goes into the gym on a Tuesday, he's getting harder work sparring Marvin Vettori than what he got out of Jotko trying to win a fight tonight. And I'm not overstating that. This guy has said, you know, they have to be pulled off each other. They're bleeding. They're going for it. I mean, and Marvin Vettori is one of the best middleweights in the world, okay? And Sean Strickland is probably pushing this guy. You know, iron sharpens iron. There's a reason why both of these guys are on such tremendous runs right now, and it's because they're elevating each other every freaking day, and we're seeing the results. It's just that simple. Yeah, man. Should we move on now?